The point system, the amazing feature in COD Zombies, but yet, time and time again it changes like my underwear after someone attractive talks to me. Be with me, Henry Cavill. My stand on it is that I believe the old point system is way better, and I feel like people agree.
That's how all the newer zombie games play out. The point system is so backwards to everything that Zombies was built on, and why it worked in the first place. Why hit the box? Why buy wall weapons when you can just spawn in with the exact gun you want and just work on upgrading it?
But my gamer friends, we are at war. Me, the most attractive fighter on the front lines, saying the old system is better. But others saying otherwise, like my dear friend Doughnut. We're going to be diving into this video, but like always, I'm a classy gentleman, and I will not play the whole video because you wouldn't want to see the original at that point. But let's dive into this.
Put on your game design hats here because this is fascinating.
So, we're jumping right into this. He has loads of graphs, but basically what he's going to do now is put the classic point system in Black Ops 6. Now, I've been wondering if we can do that, but what he did is very interesting. He didn't include salvage, I see, and maybe you guys can see it, but it doesn't seem like he's including salvage. He seems like he removed salvage completely, but if you guys watched my last video, which you guys should, I think salvage is a great thing. But let's watch what he says about putting the BO3 points in BO6.
Because this is fascinating. If everything was priced exactly how it is now in Black Ops 6 and we slapped in the Black Ops 3 point system, the traditional point system, the blue is the traditional point system and the orange is the Black Ops 6 point system we have currently, the person who bashes their head against the wall and decides to use the Vesper and the RK5 and just shoot into the horde mind-numbingly boring would get 3 weapons, all fully triple pack-a-punch set up, all the perks, all the stuff ready by round 25 or 26. Decides to upgrade their weapons and use turned or fireworks or something that doesn't give them points, well, they're gonna have to wait until round 45 to get a singular gun, one gun, fully pack-a-punched.
But ammo mods in BO6 do give you points. I understand how there are people saying you can't just plot BO3 point system in and will work. I get it now. It wouldn't work, but we also need to include features that were added in BO6 that were really our quality of life, right? Ammo mods give you points now, traps give you points, and salvage like I was talking about. We should keep these, but he says something interesting, folks, that you guys wouldn't want to miss.
Really doesn't matter. Look at how close all of these points are until they stop requiring you to get points, right? Why would you, as a dev, change the point system in Black Ops 3? Because, well, most of the point requirement is before this round anyway. The only reason you would change this system is if you wanted points to mean more in the later rounds, which is exactly what Jason Blundell said in Black Ops 4. It's exactly what Treyarch has been saying about Cold War and Black Ops 6. They want points to matter later into the rounds. And so I want you to look at this and be authentic with yourself as a game designer. If you have this Black Ops 3 point system and you want points, if you want to raise up the point requirements here, where would you raise them to? How many points would you require from players?
Okay, so this is interesting because I do understand the development perspective in a way. I feel like they're trying to get gamers to play more and game more, right? If they increase the point system, they essentially are making players play longer. I noticed with COD is that they don't really want their players leaving. Well, but unfortunately everyone is still leaving regardless, so I don't know. Yikes. But don't worry, lads. I'm still here fighting the good fight, hoping for a good Call of Duty. Call of Duty Zombies and just Call of Duty in general is at an all-time low. So Call of Duty Black Ops 6, for example, seemed to be really made with the intent to keep players gaming as much as possible. Ooh, new game coming out. No, you must play Call of Duty. But besides that, I actually do like the idea of using your points in later rounds. I do get in Black Ops 3, for example, you were set up by round 25, let's say, okay? It would be cool to use your points in other ways. Whether it be like maybe giving your points to another player who always keeps going down and maybe just need a little bit of help. Paying for the gobblegums, I actually did like that feature because I think gobblegums can kind of make or break the game sometimes. And back in Black Ops 3, gobblegums were just completely OP. So I actually like the feature of paying for the gobblegums. But another feature that I really do like is actually paying for the subscribe button. Oh, wait, Wait, that's actually free. Well, how did I get there? Okay, I guess we need to do it. It's actually free. It's actually free. Come on, guys. Come on.
I want to be honest. I want to be honest with myself. I want to be honest with you, beautiful people. When you play Black Ops 3, is the actual act of shooting zombies 8 times in the chest or 8 times in the foot really fun? I know it's fun to get the points from that. I know it's fun to maximize the game like that, but is the act itself, is the gameplay itself fun? Is it fun to use the Vesper on round 20 and just shoot into the hordes? The answer for me is no. If you think that shooting a zombie 8 times and then meleeing it is fun, you should do it in Black Ops 6. You don't do it in Black Ops 6 because you don't get the points from it, because they don't want you to spend the time doing that. They don't want you to think that you have to use this weak gun.
I actually do find it fun optimizing the point system. And yes, I do that every time I boot up an old classic COD game. I personally think it's fun because I got rewarded thinking outside the box. You know, he has a lot of data out here, and if he's trying to make the point that you can't simply put in a BO6, you already won. I get it now, okay? But we can optimize it for it to fit in the next COD zombies. But let's take a moment to go back to the video.
The one and only thing I genuinely miss about the traditional point system is the agency that I have over my points. Clearly from the graphs, as we could tell, points are not relevant in Black Ops 3 past round like 15. So like this argument that I'm about to say that, oh, I can decide if I want to gain more points or not, it's not really relevant past round 15. I always thought that was kind of silly that like, oh my goodness, you know, you could get a wall weapon. You don't need a point gun past round 15. Like it's a silly argument.
Okay, so I said this already. You don't need a point gun. It's a strategy, and yeah, that does seem right. You don't need a point gun past round 15, and sometimes you don't need a point gun at all. So I already know where he's going with this. Players sometimes like switching guns during mid-match, but you can't do that in the new system. You pick your gun and it's your ride or die gun, alright? You end up switching and you need so many points back again to get that weapon pack 3. And since it goes by kills, if you can't kill with the weapon you switch, then, well folks, you're done. It feels like everyone is a bullet sponge at that point. It's not fun anymore. It's just kind of, it's just no.
Deal that I went on. I see a huge argument, which I find rather silly, saying, well, Doughnut, with this new point system, it decreases weapon variety because you only need to use shotguns and sniper rifles now. This is not only a silly argument, but it's also just objectively, factually wrong.
So he was just talking about players optimizing the fun in their favorite games. But now he's talking about every weapon is viable, which I disagree with. Because, yeah, players will find their meta guns without even looking at a video. If it is passing round 30, and I don't think every weapon does that, some weapons really start to drop off, maybe at 35, but this also makes me raise a point. What is the definition of viable? Are we talking about weapons that can make it to round 30? Well, I mean, to my memory, a lot of COD zombies already were doing that, but the question is, why would you want to do that? Basically, my question is, what is viable? Because my definition is that if it can go to high rounds, and I don't believe all the weapons can. But let's look at the comments in this video. All right, so we're at the comment section right now, and we're gonna actually be reading some comments about this video because there is some people that seem like they were disagreeing with it. Like, for example, right here, I still don't get why the melee kills giving you less than critical kills in BO6 since you're almost guaranteed to get hit if you melee. This actually makes no sense because, like, at least with the old Call of Duty system, if you actually meleeed, you actually got more points. You got 130 points, while in this one you got about 105, which makes no sense because you're taking more risk actually trying to kill the zombie. This, I don't know, it makes no freaking sense to me. All right, I don't care what the point system is. I just want to feel like I can switch to another weapon mid-match. I can recover if I die. Right now, neither of those are true for BO6. This person actually got a lot of replies, and he actually got replied from the creator himself, which is Doughnut. I have absolutely no idea how BO6 prevents you from switching weapons or recovering. That's just mathematically not possible. No, that's not true, man. I disagree with that. I actually, if you're at super high round, for example, and you actually want to switch, no, you can't do that because now your weapon is such, like, doing so low damage So that makes no sense why he's saying that. So if you're actually, let's say for example, like wanted to be at round 30 and for whatever reason, maybe you want to switch to another weapon, right? At round 30, you can't do that. You just can't do that. You already spent so much points. It's no, you can't. It's over. Someone actually agrees with me too. Every weapon in the game is bad. It makes you feel bad for using it. And after you go down, you've been put behind almost 30k points just trying to reset up. So yeah, there's some people that are actually in agreement with this. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one. Limiting the perfect BO3 setup to just wall buys with AATs misses out on one of the most important aspects of the game, wonder weapons and the mystery box. Do this same experiment on a map like Revelations or any BO1 map where all wonder weapons are in the box and you get a way more deviation from game to game. That randomness meant your point efficiency could be really important and made those early rounds relevant in a way there aren't in BO6. Loading into zombies and not knowing what you're going to get is what made the game special. Okay, so this guy right here wrote an amazing thing right now. You guys can actually read the whole thing if you guys want to. He pretty much disagrees with the Treyarch's analysis, the point relevancy, and this is like, it's such a hot topic right now because I people actually call me, like they say like, oh look, you're just kind of like nostalgic to the old Call of Duty zombies. I just think the old Call of Zombies point system was really good, and I actually do think Black Ops 6 has the potential to be a really good zombies game. I really do think so. I agree with a lot of comments here. I do think the video is great also. I did enjoy it. I feel like the old point system is just better though, and I respectfully disagree. And I would like to see the classic mode system that has been getting rumored about for a while now, because maybe that'd be a dream come true. The OG video is in the description if you guys want to watch it, but if you want to see more of my videos, may I suggest watching this? Oh yeah, look at that video. Yeah.